What is up, guys? Welcome back to yet another Dragon Blaze video. I hope everybody's doing very well. I hope you are accomplishing your Dragon Blaze dreams because that is why we're here together. We're here to do this together and accomplish whatever goals you are trying to accomplish. And today's video is going to be finishing up one I should have finished up a while ago. It's about what heroes you should make and I guess in what tier. So this is going to be the fourth strike or fourth impact heroes, as you will. So we're going to dive into that. But first, you have your Guild Assault Challenge event. Make sure you are doing that. Lots of good rewards here. Let's not miss out. Your daily aspiration, let's not forget about that. Your 10-man, which I'm slowly working on. And then your Adventures Sanctuary event as well. And also, I believe the new champion, not new champion, new hero, her hero card should be showing up here pretty soon. We're not going to be doing mining, but that patch note should be coming out. That patch note should be coming out pretty soon as well, to where you can actually farm for her hero cards, her armors, and stuff like that. It'll display the top up here. I'll put the patch notes out pretty soon. But yeah, today's video is about what heroes you should make. Now, this is really going to be helpful for like newer people. And maybe somewhat returning players, but veteran players already probably done made all the new heroes already, depending on like where you are in the game. So, but really the very first heroes you should make, well, that's really based on your preference and what you want, really, because normally I just make everyone that comes out in most cases. But most people, again, who started playing, who's returning, started playing and returning, might not have that luxury like I do in many others. So depending on what you like, that's what you should make. You know, if you like mages, then I'll obviously make her first, because she's by far the best mage in the game. It's not even close. I don't think there's even any arguments about that one. She's just beyond me broken. So she's very strong. We only have one archer, so obviously if you're an archer, you'll make your archer first. She's actually quite good. I'm still working on her as well. She's very powerful, and obviously like enchanters, you'll make her first. She's also here too, so that's your second encanter, but you know, she's basically your star power specialized and plus your world boss encanter, and she's more of your arena encanter. But they can still work like on other content. This is just what they specialize in, so they're not specifically suited for everything. But she's still quite powerful even at her strongest point. Obviously, you're gonna make a healer regardless. Now the healer can be kind of different. He does a lot of powerful things as well. I really enjoy him. The one thing he doesn't do is what Meta does, and Meta, you know, constantly revives people and also brings everybody back to life, you know, when they're dead. So she's been definitely the forefront of a lot of my success because I get that reset. So it really just depends on, again, like your preference of stuff of what you want. But he's very powerful. I enjoy his abilities and what he do. So he's a very, very good healer as well. So again, it's just your preference and what you're looking for. But yeah, I would definitely make him. And then obviously your warrior, which he's also pretty good as well, because we have a new warrior. You know, we have him. He's fairly new in our dual wielders and stuff like that. So you have two warriors to choose from. Odin's actually quite powerful. Odin's broken, but again, he specializes in arena and 10-man. So he's mostly focused on PvP, but he can also do good things outside of that. So it's just based on what your team and what you want versus this warrior where he's strictly your reward boss. And most characters are sometimes like that. So, but he's still very strong as well, even outside of those type of content. It just depends on what lineup you want, what specific abilities you want, and stuff like that, because everybody, they may have the same class, but they're going to do something very different. And then obviously we have your paladin. So we only have one of those right now. So I really can't compare Kesh to any others, but Kesh is, you know, she's mainly a buffer. So she's still very useful by herself, but she definitely buffs up the team. And again, she's specifically world boss content. So you're going to find a lot of those in some cases now. But again, she's very worth playing, very worth getting. Usually what I do is I usually power up my guys to 21, to 20, and then put them through the library because you can't invest a ton of rubies into every hero that comes out because you're not going to have enough time to gain that that many rubies before the next one come out. Vaguely you only have like a month before a new hero comes out. And if you're not grinding so much in this game, you're not mining, getting your 240,000 rubies guaranteed there. You're not doing stuff throughout your events. You're not doing a lot of stuff. You're not going to be getting any rubies, and plus your logins and the new season rewards, new festivals, the new year, stuff like that. If you're not getting on constantly saving up your rubies, then you're not going to be able to power up our heroes, all your other heroes, which is why I have so much. Her, I'm probably not going to put too much more into her because again, I don't really PvP that much. She's really powerful outside of that, so she's going to be kind of useful. Hopefully in other contents, but that's probably the farthest I'm going to take her. I may spend like another million on her and kind of just call it there. So I want to heavily invest more into him. So, but again, at the time I didn't have too many rubies and I had to save for other heroes that come out. So, you kind of just have to pick and choose what you want to do based on your generation and stuff like that. Plus, you can save up hero cards throughout the months as well. You got your guide coins where you can buy 2 every day at least, as long as you have the currency for it. So, everything is just balanced in a way, and you have to know what you want to really invest in. So, he's the only rogue we have, and he's super good. Obviously specializes in world boss content, but he is so good. I love his ultimate where he clones himself and stuff like that. Is awesome. And I will be able to invest more into these guys because out of all the heroes, I think fourth impact or fourth strike, they have it the best because you can go to Path of the Force and you can just get literally 40 hero cards a month if you literally focus on them. It's kind of insane actually, that you can power these guys up pretty quickly if you want to focus solely on them. So that's kind of cool. I'm kind of doing that now. I gotta definitely finish up her story before the next hero comes out. But yeah, I love that you can get guaranteed hero cards there and Fragment of Memories and so much more. Like it's so good. But I'm definitely gonna try to put more into him. I haven't even powered him up lately because I'm saving up still. I don't have to really power him up at the current moment. There's not really much I'm trying to do. So he's at 39. That's not bad. So, but yeah, it depends on what you want. You want rogue first, build your rogue first because they're all very powerful. Again, really good warrior, really good enchanter, really good dual wielder. I actually messed up on her the most, and I'm so pissed off about myself because I unintentionally forgot about the timeline, and I was trying to make sure I get enough cards for her. So luckily I can just go to Path of the Force and make up for it. Sorry about that. I don't think my allergies is killing me. But yeah, I could definitely heavily invest into that, back into her. So it really just depends on what you want, guys. Treasures are okay. Treasure cards aren't really the greatest to want to invest in and try to gain. They do give you the most power, that is for sure. And they also do have their own different set of skills as well when it comes to your treasures. So getting all the treasures will be great eventually. Definitely work on that. But overall, you definitely want more hero cards other than treasures. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, like if I was to like do an alt account, which I'm still currently going to be trying to work on, I'm not really the most fan of mages, even though she's my very first 100 level up because she was just beyond broken, so she's worth it. I would probably go for my healer first, just because the game is gotten stronger than it was, and progressing is a lot harder. So I would probably focus on like my healer first. For third strike, probably I would just stick with meta for a while. For fourth strike, I would probably do either Kesh, depending on what lineup I want to go with, or her because my battles might last a little bit longer if I'm having a hard time landing the attacks and stuff like that. It really just depends. I mean, Odin's not really much needed so early. These guys are needed for more damage. If you want to get in sooner and quicker, I would probably go with a rogue because of rogues, I've gotten so much success when I got stuck in various places. So they're very useful. Archers are very good as well. So it just really depends on what you want when starting. But I know Camille is who I would definitely make as far as having in my team, mostly because, again, she gives you that reset. She's also a stall hero as well. So I would definitely focus on that as well. Kind of get your backbone set up for your team. So that's what I would do. Like, I would go with Camille. Second impact, it just really depends. I probably would do like a damage dealer, because if I can't make a third strike, then I would definitely make like a healer. Like, your healer is so important. If you don't know that, like, your healer keeps you alive. They revive you depending on what healer. Not every healer revives you and stuff like that, but you have specific things you can look for. So I would definitely always make a healer before really anything else, just because they're just so important before your damage dealers. And then, yeah, obviously, and then meta, you would stick with meta for a long time. It took me a while to want to step down and use him, and it's really because of the power is why I'm using him. He heals quite a bit. He has a lot of powerful, great buffs. But if you don't know, this game is all about power. It is strictly all about power before your trials and tribulations and trying to find out your combinations of what you're really looking for. Power is what this game is specifically want you to have. So if you look at her power, which she isn't really maxed, and you look at his power and he's not maxed, even with the 2 pledges here, he's vaguely much more stronger and does different things. What I don't like is he doesn't mass revive. So that's where I can sacrifice that power sometimes, is just stick with her and still try to power through whatever I'm trying to go through. So it just really depends. But yeah, Camille, you definitely want her first. Helios is definitely another good one I would rock with. If you've been watching me for a long time, I can't stop talking about Helios. She's just probably by far the most powerful utility paladin currently, in my opinion, even better than Odin, because Odin focused on arena mostly. She focused on the golem, but outside of that, she's just so prevalent in what she does. So it's just absurd. So it really just depends, and those are my views. We all have different. Obviously, a lot of people are going to disagree as well, but that's just my views on things. And of course, Old Faithful, she was my very first 100 and the most I put the most time into, because she is powerful. She is very, 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 very good rogue. Still my most favorite rogue in the game, other than this guy, because this guy is just absurdly retarded. He's so broken. But yeah, it just depends on what you want in each tier. You obviously want to make. Oh yeah, she's also a really good paladin too. She's absurdly good. Also a very good dual wielder. Like, I mean, the people who I use the most, those people I have the most invested time in, those are the most I gravitate to, because they did a lot of work. And I've made videos about every single hero in this game except for these, because somebody didn't want to do this. I think I only focused on 3rd and 4th. I didn't do 1st or 2nd because nobody didn't really ask about that. But yeah, it's quite amazing. And that's it on that video, guys. If you want something more specific, please let me know. I'm so happy you guys come by and check out the channel, check out the Dragon Blaze content. I'm trying to crank it out, keep this game alive. There are Discord forums about this as well, but they don't really help out too much. They do and they don't. It just depends on what kind of information that you are looking for. If you want something specific, please post it in the comments below. If you subscribe, great. If you don't, great. I'm just happy you come by, check out the channel, look at the video, and hopefully I give you good information. But until next time, guys, I will see you for the next one.